I want all of you to know the modern science, every department in any university, many universities have 30, 40. Some of the top universities have even 300 departments. But the whole department can make you genius only in that one department. I should say knowledgeable. You study your whole life, spend your whole life in that department, you will become knowledgeable only in that department, that field. But the cosmic science I am revealing, if you understand, you will become genius, sarvanya. I tell you, being a sarvanya, genius, used to be the normal lifestyle of Hindus. It is so sad, even the Hindu gurus are not recognizing, acknowledging Hindu educational methodology and not running gurukuls as a mainstream education. It is so unfortunate. No country law accepts Hindu educational methodology as a mainstream education system. Anyhow, now it is my responsibility, Kailasa's responsibility, to make Hindu education system as a mainstream education system. See, if you understand the core unit principle of the cosmic science, you will become genius in any field you just put your attention. The unit of the existence, the tattva, should be understood in its core. Listen. The unmanifest existence of you decides to manifest out of his conscious sovereignty. So, the conscious sovereignty cannot be lost, even if you think it is lost during your manifestation process. The manifestation process cannot take away the conscious sovereignty from you because conscious sovereignty is the source will. Source will. Why even the unmanifest manifests? Bliss is the lubrication. Conscious sovereignty is the source will from which the unmanifest becomes manifest. I tell you, O Hindus, you inherit a rich tradition. Richness from genius. Being. See, our richness is not grabbed, stolen, swindling, or terrorism. That is why we neither believe in conversion nor believe in terrorism. We don't believe in grabbing countries, others' wealth through terrorism, population manipulation, conversion. We don't believe in any of this because we believe in the life centered on genius existence. Hindus are perfect in everything. Modern day Hindus just lost your appetite for being a genius. This stupid NRI cheap lifestyle. One home, 2 car, 2 kids, green card. That is why you guys are nicely squeezed. Your whole life is sucked and dumped like a dirt by 50 by the global tech giants. Working for global tech giants is the hell and curse. And the Hindus who don't want the genius lifestyle and who opt for mediocre, cheap way of existence. It's a curse you guys brought upon yourself. And you guys glorify your curse. Oh, I'm a senior manager of this tech giant company. Pooh. Every senior manager or director or CEO, NRI sitting not just in US and Canada or UK, anywhere in the world. Look back, your grandfather or great grandfather must be Sadavadani, Dasavadani, Ashtavadani, bloody inheritors of Avatani Sampradaya. Avatanis means genius. Sarvanyas, Avatani Sampradaya. You fools are having pride being a manager, senior manager, director of tech companies. It's a punishment. A born Hindu dying without becoming genius is a curse. Look back, dig your grandfather, great grandfather's family history. They will be Avadanis, Sarvanyas, appetite for being genius is the educational method of Hinduism. Understand? Education for all to make living is the preliminary education in Hindu tradition. Hindu tradition till the age of 14, the Kulattul, the family knowledge for making living will be given. That is preliminary education, basic education. But Gurukul education is for refining the personality and making you genius. Making you genius is the education of the Hindus. Narendra Sindhi is putting a nice message. She says, and in Canada, these Indians say, oh, the medical system here is so good, as if we live to be sick. Instead of thinking how not to get sick. Now, almost for last 3 years after I left India, only once I had some diagnosis. One of my devotee doctor came and did some diagnosis on me. That's all. 3 years, neither I visited the hospital nor need. It is not that only I can be like this. It is lifestyle. My grandfather, it is true what I am saying. My grandfather died in 90s. Only the last day of his death, he went to hospital. 90, his whole life, he went to hospital only once. The day he died, that's all. And it's not that Tiruvannamalai has a great hospital or medical care. Lifestyle is such. One of the biggest problem is this NRIs became a trend setting thought current for Indians who are living in India. That is the worst crime. Worst thing happened to Hindus. So even in India, the same thing is spreading. Two kids, one house. Even in India, the same disease, sickness. Mediocre mentality is lifestyle sickness. Appetite for being genius. See, even the family name you carry, Chaturvedi, means genius in 4 Vedas. That community only carries the word called Chaturvedis. Trivedis, Tivaris. Trivedi, Tivari. Title means genius in 3 Vedas. 3 fields of knowledge. Dvivedi, Dubey, Dvivedi, all of them are genius in 2 branches. All these titles shows your grandfather, great-grandfather, they were all genius. Now the whole focus is 1 house, 2 car, 1 wife, 2 kids. Appetite for being genius, seeking the truth. And that brings real depth in life and fulfillment. Sorry for being strong, but unless I am being strong, who is going to tell you guys? Nobody else is going to be telling you the truth directly. They will say, oh great, wow, you are a manager. You are a director in such a tech giant company. Phew. The appetite for genius. Appetite for being a seeker. Appetite for finding the truth of existence. Appetite for digging the reality. Is appetite for seeking truth, discovering it. Appetite for being genius. This appetite for being genius is replaced by westernized Hinduism, the neo-Hindutva, The Neo-Hindutva is making the whole Hinduism as a school college running organization religion. Hey! And that also Christian school and Christian syllabus and Christian medical system, hospitals. Many Hindu gurus come and tell me, they even cry to me, Swamiji, I am from this sampradaya, even my school students don't get initiated in my sampradaya. Why will they? Because the school you are running is giving a Christian education and you are teaching the Christian history. You are not teaching the Hindu history to them, the real history to them. What you are teaching in your school, they are going to follow, then why will they respect you? Your school books, you don't open and see, it is directly abusing your ancestors, your sampradaya. And you are spending money, your whole life to run those schools and colleges. One of the worst things done to the modern day Hindus, all their mutts and religious organizations are forced to run Christian syllabus schools, Christian medical method hospitals. Even the Hindu mutts and organizations and gurus, unfortunately, have no freedom to run Hindu education or Hindu medicinal method hospitals. Hindu education schools or Hindu medicinal method hospitals, they can't run. Just see the number of madrasas, Christian education organizations, Christian schools, colleges and theology schools, and Hindu gurukuls number before independence. And see the number now. You will understand why I left India. Why I was kicked out of India, I should use that word. And unfortunately, the modern day Hindu gurus are not even thinking about it. They are not even thinking about it. Their whole thinking is all about getting the temples out of government. That's all. Even that when they are going to achieve is different. But even their thinking is not going beyond that. Even in their thinking, they are not going beyond that. And I am telling you, most of the Hindus, almost I can say 99% of the Hindus do not know we had an amazing hospital system, outpatient, inpatient, and lifestyle-based cure healing methods. This modern ideological racketeering has destroyed our indigenous knowledge system, medical system, lifestyle system, even the business methodology system. I think it is my responsibility at least to create one model community, one model piece. I have to create and show that it is possible for the Hindus to get confidence and courage. In India, the anti-Hindu gang, they realized I am setting up a model community with reviving the Hindu education system and Hindu medicinal system, Hindu lifestyle, everything. Then they understood, oh God, this is too dangerous. He's setting a model. That is when they attacked the very core. Otherwise, there is no need for them to sending at least some 100 of them into the organization and penetrating and getting the local guys enrolled. The number of spies and conspirator gang infiltrated into my Sangha, my organization. Now we are seeing very clearly when they are dropping out. When they are dropping out and going out and abusing, then we are very clearly able to see that whole gang, how they penetrated and spent years. And we Hindus are very hospitable and very innocent. Exploiting our innocence and hospitality, penetrating into organization and spending years. And even these Hindus getting the opinions of the druggies about me to do their independent investigation. Going to druggies and asking about me. Going to rapists, child rapists and asking about me. Going to devil worshippers, Satan cult, devil worshippers and asking about me and Hinduism. To do the independent investigation. Funny. Not really funny. And I am telling you, the appetite for being genius and the Hindu education system, Hindu knowledge transmission system. Actually, we should call it as a Hindu knowledge transmission system. It's not just education system. Education word is too poor. We don't educate, we just do knowledge transfer, I tell you. All the arts a Vishwakarma father mastered in jewelry making, he will transmit the whole thing by the age of 7 to the child, and after that everything the child learns will be the father plus. It will be specialization of what he got from father. That is why I call it Hindu methodology of the knowledge transmission is not ordinary education. Just through the body language, the way, in their very vibration, from the very muscle memory and biomemory and the DNA, the child grasps the whole thing from the father by 7. And from 7 to 14, he refines himself. He excels. Then from 14, it's all about becoming genius. Insatiable. Extreme appetite for being genius, seeking the truth, is the fundamental attitude of Hindus in life. The fundamental attitude of appetite for genius is taken away by the modern education, making Hindus mediocre, making them believe this. One house, 2 kids theory, one house, 2 cars theory. One house, 2 cars is replaced. Listen, the appetite for being genius is replaced by one house, two car lifestyle or one house, two car goal. One house, two car, one wife, two kids. This goal has been pushed, and the appetite for being genius has been destroyed in the very root. So the modern day Hindus, neither they spend their time nor intelligence or money or their treasure, talent, time, anything. They don't spend any of it in becoming genius, seeking the truth, being a personality with a depth. I tell you, allowing the kids to date and break their celibacy before 21 destroys their depth. Till 21, absolute celibacy makes the depth in personality. Understand? Actually, it takes 21 for your brain to get mature to handle the emotional ups and downs of relationships. If you started dating or all this boy girl thingy before 21, don't feel proud about it. Don't feel cute about it. I think I am in too much samadhi, and naturally I'll be too raw, straight, ferocious. Better let me stop talking for now. When I am in my pure space, better not to talk to me and me not talk to you guys. Because people are not that matured to listen to the truth as it is. Better you receive the initiation. Let me. Give you all blessings, support, methodology. Okay. Let me give you solution instead of digging the problem deeper. But unless the problem is explained, you won't even learn the depth of the problem. That is the biggest problem. And nobody is interested in analyzing the problem. Nobody is interested in hurting you. And I am also scared of hurting you guys. Because you guys are not realizing the problem. You guys start developing anger towards me for showing the problem. Hey, listen. Out of my extreme compassion, I am talking. Listen. You NRIs are great, wealthy, highly tax-paying. There are so many good things you guys have. I am not saying no. But the highest heart problem and top. But by 50, that ratio is also high. Before 50, packing off, this Monday morning blow-ups, heart attacks. That ratio is also too high among the NRIs. You go and study, see the statistics. I'm talking from the number. It's all public information. The reason is not following the lifestyle of Hinduism. Rituals mold day-to-day life. Person who has the habit of Nitya Puja, even if it is 10 minutes, I guarantee you will be 3 times more productive in your life, because this Nitya Puja habit will not let you just rot in your bed without getting up. See, your concept of vacation is just rolling on the bed without getting up. Arey, fool! The whole concept of vacation is wrong. Becoming couch potatoes is not life. There are tons of things. When people get time for themselves, all they do is just I don't get up from the bed. I just roll till evening. Is it a pride? Cute? Inactive lifestyle. Whether you feel depressed or you feel you have freedom to do what you want, or that is not lifestyle. A ritual retrieves more than 30% of your life from your tamas, laziness demon. Start practicing 10 minutes a day Nitya Puja. You will see your waking hours, active hours, living hours, not just working, alive, living hours will increase 30% minimum. For a modern day human beings, I think even 80% will increase. The ritual centric lifestyle. A vegetarian lifestyle will improve the activism in your life 80%. 80% of the time you are awake, you will be very bright. Your brain will be functioning very bright without coffee. Without coffee, you will be organized if you live a vegetarian lifestyle. Vegetarian lifestyle keeps your brain organized without coffee, without caffeine. Understand? I am telling you, the day I started applying this Karisalangani powder for my upper palate and cleaning the pitta and kapha, I am living without any need for solid food or coffee, tea. Now the solid cooked food has become like a Maheshwara Puja diet for me. Other times just little few seeds or fruits or juice. See, if you start seeking the truth, if you start having appetite for being genius, that appetite for being genius only can make you decide about this vegetarian lifestyle, ritual centric lifestyle. Appetite for the truth, conscious sovereignty, appetite for the highest reality is the fundamental ecosystem lifestyle, nature, existential reality for Hindus. Oh, Hindus, reclaim that first. Don't allow this one house, two car lifestyle to steal the appetite for the truth, appetite for the reality from you. The brain evolves subtle capacity to grasp the cosmic truths if the appetite for the truth is encouraged in you. Seeking conscious sovereignty is awakened in you. Looking for the truth and reality, when it is kindled in you or rekindled in you, only then your brain starts developing those subtle grooves to grasp life. I really sincerely bless you all to awaken conscious sovereignty and seeking for the conscious sovereignty. Seeking the truth. Being ferocious to reach the truth.